The importance of being properly dressed for court cannot be stressed enough. Not only does your attire reflect your attitude towards your role, but it also reflects on your attitude towards the judge and the law.
Please be seated.
As a general rule, casualness is frowned upon, so leave your shorts, sandals, and sleeveless shirts in your closet and find something more professional to wear, because it is more respectful. It's also advised to tell your clients to wear their cleanest, most appropriate attire. If they're wearing a hat, suggest they take it off. If their shirt is untucked, advise them to tuck it in. Remember, your personal appearance is visible evidence of your respect for the law and the administration of justice. If you have any doubt as to whether your attire is proper for the courtroom, it's best to be cautious and go with something more professional. It's absolutely essential that you are prepared for court. If you're unprepared, you risk wasting court time and potentially risk the resolution of a case.
I didn't receive a psych evaluation.
I received the evaluation late yesterday, Your Honor, and didn't have time to get it sent to everyone.
Do you have a copy of it now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before we proceed, we'll all need to read the evaluation. Bailiff?
It's very important to be prepared for any and all of your upcoming cases.
So we'll have to postpone resolution until next month.
If unprepared, you risk wasting court time, and in some instances, you can delay the outcome or resolution of a case. Being unprepared not only affects the outcome of a case, but it gives parents the impression that you don't care about what happens to them or to their children. So make sure that you come to court prepared with what you need, because you want to send our clients the message that you do care about them and that the resolution of their case is important to you. Some of the following things may seem like no-brainers to you, but it's best to stay constantly aware so that your behavior in court doesn't compromise you, your clients, or the dignity of the courtroom. Along with dress and being prepared, there are other things that are distracting and should be avoided in a courtroom.
Well, none of us knew that he was in jail. I was just as surprised as you were when he was brought in cuffs.
Oh, it's a shame, really. You should hear about the mother.
Oh, believe me, I've already heard.
Although you may be friendly with people outside of the courtroom, familiarity can lead to some consequential mishaps. Someone may overhear you discussing a case, which could seriously damage attorney-client privilege.
Sorry I was almost late, man. My car just wouldn't start.
That's okay. You made it in time, and that's what matters.
You should also advise your client.
What's up, people? Give it up for our PSA from our local court system, and just remember how to work, how to be proper in court. I think this was from, I don't know, it's a surprise because I'm going to be dropping it in my videos. What's up, everybody? Yes, it is member host night. I got my man Robert Morley, a top nerd, coming on the show on the collab cam. So while we're getting this going, I'm going to give you a nice clip while I'm transitioning, and then Mr. Morley is going to pop up on screen right after the clip. We'll interview him for a couple minutes, and then we will get on to the show. Daylight with the dono. I know I got a dono before from Vilified Freedom. Thank you very much for the dono. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. First, I found this Judge Maya Evans. I'm in love with this ladies' courtroom. I find myself looking at it every single day. Let's do it to it, people. How is everybody tonight? I am feeling good on a hump day. It's Thursday already. This week's flying. Is it me or the week is literally flying? Like I said it to my girlfriend before. I was like, it's freaking Thursday already. Let's rock and roll, people. Here we go.
Change your mind in 2 hours or tomorrow, you can't get that money back, and you're doing it freely and voluntarily, correct?
Correct.
If your address and phone number was placed in this order, would it cause you any harm from father or anyone else?
No.
Okay, counsel for the state, you may proceed.
And I'll pass the witness, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Are you calling the gentleman?
Oh, yes. I'll call Mr. Smith.
Yes, I'm just here to talk about
No, Mr. Smith,
One second.
not a free conversation. He's calling you as a witness. He will ask you questions, sir.
Okay,
Go ahead.
that's fine.
Mr. Smith, you've heard what we've read into the record. Let me confirm a few things. We had recommended a modified child support of the amount of $197 based on your current circumstances. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand it.
And you're not agreeing to that, correct?
That's what she not asking. That's not what she asking for. And I told you all that I get the Medicaid for him. He don't need Medicaid. I can get his my insurance. All I need is a
when you get it, you can file a motion to modify it yourself, hire your own attorney, or contact the AG's office. I have to deal with what the current facts are, Mr. Smith. Sitting right here today, your child's on Medicaid. So I'm going to order child support, and I'm going to order the reimbursement to the state. That's how it works. That's what the law says. But if you can go get it, get it and keep him on it and keep your child out the system, kudos. That's what everyone wants. But I have to deal with what the facts are today. Facts are today, he receives Medicaid. State wants their money back. Nothing's free, sir. All right, go ahead, counsel.
Thank you. Are you currently employed, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you in the process of obtaining a job?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Are you wanting any assistance from the Choices program?
Nah, I'm okay. I just went through something like that previously, probably about 8 months ago. I just got some things.
Do you know what you expect to be earning when you obtain this new job?
Counsel, what's the relevance? He's unemployed. He doesn't know what he'll be earning. Do you?
Yeah, I told him the same exact thing you said. Yeah.
So, Mr. Smith, I'm trying to.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay.
I just don't understand. She trying to take me off, and
Well, Mr. Smith, I'm not going to explain it again. I broke it down to the layman's terms. I explained it to her, and you could have been listening, and then I explained it to you. This is it. Don't ask for any help from the state. And I'm not saying you, because I already know what you're going to say. I didn't ask. The mother, the custodial parent cannot receive any government assistance. No food stamps, no Medicaid, no CHIPS, no housing, no Section 8, no help for daycare, nothing. You have to do it all yourself if you don't want to come see me. And I know you don't want to see me, just like a lot of other people don't. Y'all got to do it yourself. Okay?
No, it ain't because of you, but I don't want to see you. I ain't gonna lie. But
okay. Well, I'm trying to tell you how not to see me. You have to financially take care of your child and never ever ask for one dime, or you get to come see me and talk to the Attorney General's office.
So if I get the insurance, can I come straight directly back through the court and file the motion?
You can file it yourself, hire your own private attorney, or contact the Attorney General's office. And I mean, from the time, if the baby is 5, don't ever ask for anything else. They're going to know. Each state agency tells the next state agency. So anything that you apply for, it's not in a secret. It's not a secret. They're going to tell, and the AG's office is going to file to get the state of Texas money back. Their client is the state of Texas. They want everyone to be financially responsible for their children. Counsel for the state, you may proceed with any other questions.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Sir, just to confirm, you understand that we are confirming only $392.50 of the arrears that were over $15,000, right? You understand that's majority of that's being released.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
The court is going to enter the order proposed just as the state has requested. Mr. Smith, if your address and phone number was placed in this order, would it cause you any harm from mother or anyone else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, you guys are free to go. Have a great day. You will receive a copy of the order for your records. Good luck with finding a job. Good luck with finding health insurance and dental. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, counsel.
DeJuan Jones, could you please join your breakout room? Tap your screen, press the 4 squares at the bottom and join breakout room.
Okay, how did we like that? Here we go, baby. We got a guest host, Mr. Robert Morley. Let's give it up for my man. What's up, Robert Morley? How we doing,
Hey, what
brother?
are you doing, Phil? What's going on, man?
What's up, brother, man?
Nice to see you. Once I heard you were from Jersey, I said, oh, I got to come on. I'm from a little town near there called the Bronx originally.
Oh, I didn't know that. I hear it in your voice.
Yeah, how you doing?
You don't even have to say the voice. It's just right there. The first time you opened your mouth, I go, wait. He sounds like he's a Jersey guy or somewhere around here. Now it makes sense, man.
Yeah. And actually, Phil, isn't New York City the capital of New Jersey? I said that to Phil. And the other thing was you saw the New Jersey license plate? It's the Statue of Liberty, but it looks like this.
What's up, Joe? So let me ask you a question, my man. What got you into these court shows? What got you into the court shows?
You know, I'm an attorney. I've been licensed. Robert Morley's not my real name. Okay, let's leave it like that.
All right.
I've been licensed for 30 years, and you know, I enjoy watching, you know, the commentary, and you're doing it right. You're doing a good job with it.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. You've been here since literally day one, helping me out. You know, it's not just supers and donos. It's just comments, and you know, it's more than just donations and money. It's you're helping me out, man. Like comments from day one, stuff in the chat. You keep it going.
You know, I wish I had been here. I wish I had been on the panel last night, because I've never seen a YouTube channel with a Form 1065 partnership return on the screen. That was I was like, oh man, I'm like straining at the bit, you know, because I'm a tax guy, you know.
Yeah, that's the guy that got your juices flowing.
No, I was yeah. If a tax guy could get excited, that's what it is, man.
That's
I'm not just H&R blockheads, you know.
So let me ask you, ready? Okay. I'm gonna give you 5 judges. You give me your top 3, and then we're gonna get into a clip.
Judge Simpson is number 1.
I didn't even give you 5. How do you know I was gonna...
I'm a viewer, Phil. You're not familiar?
Okay. Ready? All right. So I'll do it. So we'll go Simpson,
Webster
Middleton.
from Kansas.
Okay, Middleton. Bryant.
Yeah, I love him too with the ponytail.
Bryant.
I think I know her. It's a lady, right?
From Detroit. Sweet Jesus lady.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Sweet Jesus. Let me get one from the chat. Let me see from someone from the chat. Let me see. I'm trying to get somebody. All right, Simpson. Yeah, everybody's going. Look, everybody's saying Simpson. So
yeah, I kind of wandered over to your channel. I'm a fan of Old Squishy Gardner, and I kind of came. You know, you came out of that channel, really.
Yeah, but that's what it was. Because what I've been doing is, I kind of did a hybrid now. I was just doing videos, of course, because you couldn't go live in the beginning. So I was kind of doing what other people were doing and kind of what's Old Squishy. But I got a big mouth. I'm from Jersey, so I like to talk and be animated.
I'm here for you, Phil. I'm here for you.
Yeah. So that's why I like. So now I do the clips where I just chat a little bit, and I show the clip, and then the lives people who like to interact. I do that. So I
speak the Kings County English, Phil.
Yeah, you definitely do. I'm from North Jersey.
Does Tony know about you? You're with us now. That's it.
Well, it's funny in the chat. People go, "I love how you say my name." There's one girl that says Autumn. I say Autumn. She goes, "That's not how you say Autumn." She goes, "But I love how you
Autumn.
say it. Autumn, Autumn, and water."
Have some coffee in autumn.
All right, baby. So let's go. Let's get into a clip. All right. So let's go. You know what? Let's do. We're gonna go. We'll do Middleton right now. And he was rocking and rolling from vacation, and he has a little tan going on. My man's got some tan going on. I think he was showing it off with his camera views because he went in focus real quick. He wanted to show everybody his color. He knows what's going on. They know what's going on. They play it up for the camera. Here we go. And what's going on with my man TJ Reed? He's growing a stash. Look at the stash on Reed.
Let me call the jail for Christy Seeley Roberts. So I should have had it right where I had him there.
Yeah, Middleton.
All right, so ponytail.
Yeah, ponytail.
Sorry, I forgot to deal with this. Judge Middleton again. I've got a polycom arraignment I'd like to do on Christy Seeley Roberts, if she's available. Yep. Thanks. All right. Bye. All right. Let me get Matea here.
I think you're muted, Phil.
We're good.
I see you talking on the clip, but I can't hear. Oh, I got YouTube muted. That's it.
Gotta love the members.
Whoever shows up on time.
Love
it's
it.
like, well, I'll get there when I get there. And we're in a short window of operation. Anyway, let's took Dan's request on Miss Seeley Roberts is that we hold on to her long enough to deal with her probation violation issues. She has about 30 of these.
30 violations. 30. And she is lovely, Mr. Morley. She is quite lovely.
Oh my God, 30 probation.
Crazy.
That's over the top, man.
Yeah. Come on. You don't deal with that in court. You're a numbers guy, right?
I got a speeding ticket about 20 years ago.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. She has 22, many of which she was given a fine and time to pay, and she didn't. She has Attorney Hines. Problem is, Lori's gone all the time.
Here we go.
Every 10 you get a free
spring.
pizza.
I think she's leaving again next week.
Definitely get something, Middleton.
Let me check with her.
Middleton, you get a jail free card with every 10.
The ponytail. If you had a ponytail, you're good.
Yeah, definitely. He could man bun it, definitely, if he wanted to. Thank you, Amazon Girl, for the memberships. Raining membership, raining. I'm gonna jump on this. Let's get her going.
She was gone last week, and I thought she was leaving again, but I'm going to set this for next Friday, attorney pretrials. Ms. Paycheck, thank you for joining us. Let me turn the record on. Miss Roberts, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Are you Christy Lynn Seeley Roberts?
Yes.
And of course, I know you. I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here.
Oh,
on
hi,
behalf of
Mr.
Judge-
Middleton.
Hello.
How are you?
Present is, I'm good. Timothy Reed, the Three Rivers and Sturgis City Attorney is here.
Okay.
Matea Paycheck from the Public Defender's Office is here. Mrs. Seeley Roberts, you had 22 to 25 trespass charges.
A
in the
while
city of
back, yeah.
Sturgis. You have 2 cases pending. File
For what?
21612OM alleges a trespass
When?
in August of 2022, August 17.
Wasn't
Then
I
you have
here?
another- Well, hold still. Then you have another case, 22752OM, set for that occurred May 6th.
I was here. I've already taken care of those cases.
No, you haven't. These are left over.
What do you
also
mean
have
they're
a
left
probation-
over? I didn't know I had any more cases to attend to because the last 2 times that no offense, last 2 times I showed up in front of you, the last time I was there, you said I was done.
Well, I tried to take care of every case that I had, but these came later.
Okay, well, I didn't know they came later. I didn't get anything
Well,
in the
you're
mail
also
or
on,
anything.
you're also on probation. And
I
filed
should be
2
off of that. I was only on 3 months probation.
Well, you didn't comply with any of the terms of it.
Yes, I did. I went and saw my probation officer. They never told me to come back in.
All right, well, they filed a probation violation petition back in the fall, and you were supposed to be here on September 21st, and you
I
did
never
not.
got anything in the mail or anything to say I was even supposed to be there.
You're homeless.
No, I'm not. I live at 306 John Street. I've got an apartment.
All right.
I live at 306 John Street, apartment 2. I'm not homeless.
Well, that's good news. Yeah, you had Attorney Hines. You were here on August 24th. You pled not guilty. We set an attorney pretrial, appointed Attorney Hines, and you didn't show up.
I never got anything in the mail or anything to tell me any of this stuff. The last time
How did you get arrested last night?
they came to the apartment because Rip said I was being loud. That's it. I mean, there was nothing more, but I didn't get anything in the mail. I didn't know I had any more court dates because the last time I appeared before you said everything was done. I was there with TJ Reed and the other attorney. He was a male attorney.
Yes.
And I didn't get anything else after that. You guys said I was done and over with. I'd gotten 30 days for that when I was here in jail the last time.
Well, some of this was in front of Judge Pattison last fall.
Okay. Well, I went to the one with, there was one I went to first where I had 11 of them. And then there was the one I went to next when I had like 13 of them. And I spent the 30 days in jail here.
That was sometime last summer, and
That was in 2022.
Yes.
Yeah, I was here when they should have when I was booked in and booked out.
All right. TJ, I don't really feel the need to leave her in jail. She's got an apartment. She's a certain.
Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow with my cardiologist. That's not a lie. You can check.
That's fine, Judge.
All right. The problem is I don't know whether Miss Hines is here next Friday or not, and I can't believe she doesn't have a voicemail system, but.
So I have Lori Hines?
Yes.
Okay.
So, new address.
306 John Street, apartment 2.
All right. My inclination was just to leave you in jail, but you got a doctor's appointment. These are they're minor offenses, more of a nuisance than criminal stuff.
Right.
And you are confused because you had so many cases, you couldn't keep them all straight.
That's true. I'll give you that much.
All right. I'm going to set an attorney pretrial for June 2nd
Okay, that's my son's birthday.
at 9 a.m., both cases.
She's like like they're hanging out in the backyard. I can't.
You're in contempt, 1 day jail, each case, set $2,500 or a $500 PR bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's such a good.
All right, I'll need to do 2 judgments in those, but, all right, Ms. Roberts, you're gonna.
I'll make sure I show up.
You keep your appointment. I want you to contact Ms. Hines
Okay,
and, discuss this with, yes?
I will. Thank you so much.
All right, so she is here. I'll set it for May 5th.
May 5th?
Yes,
Okay,
at 9:45.
okay.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Oh my God. Yeah, Rob. So you know him as Ponytail, right? It's Ponytail. I love it. In the beginning, you didn't know. You didn't know. I didn't know their names when everyone was throwing stuff out, and then you learn real quick, though. Especially when you become a fanboy. Like we are officially fanboys, without a doubt. I mean, if he was doing an autograph session, I would sit online and wait for him. I'm such a nerd. So, just so you know, guys, I don't know if you were clear. If you are a top nerd and you get, top membership, this is one of the perks. YouTube approved it, put it through. So, if you're one of the top nerds, hit me up in Discord, hit me up in the comments, hit me up anywhere. I have a couple that I reached out to you guys. Definitely, if you want to come on, you don't even have to come on, like Robert is. You come on audio. You can do a video with me, whatever, just to want to hang out. It's just a little something different for members. So let's roll into the next one. So everyone knows who my crush is, and she's been on fire lately. And we still, what are we on day? I think the McNally watch is on day 9, business days. I think it's day 9. Can someone do a count? Day 9 without McNally. I'm hoping and praying it's just a 2-week vacation. And
McNally's the guy in Texas, right?
McNally is Michigan, Judge Dad.
Oh,
Judge
God,
Dad.
all right. I'm thinking of another guy.
That's all right. Judge
The
Dad.
older guy from Texas.
Judge Dad. Yeah. Oh, you're thinking of Stevens. That's Judge Stevens. Yeah. McNally's Judge Dad from Michigan.
Can't keep track without a scorecard, Phil.
Stuff like that is coming up. Believe me.
We need like Subsits have the bingo card. We need like the court watcher scorecard.
Yeah. Well, I know Kitchen Court Cases has a bingo. After me, she does bingo. So we're adapting something. Everything's in the works, Rob. Everything's in the works. So here we go. We're gonna go to Judge Mom, and that chair talks louder than she does. And it's very embarrassing. And I think this one actually got to her. She got a little embarrassed on this one. And she's also talking about hair care with a lady, with a defendant today. So let's go.
And so as to that citation, how do you plead? Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right. And you understand you have the right to have a contested hearing in this matter. By entering into a plea, you will not have that contested hearing.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
And you understand the possible outcome, correct?
With the penalty, no, I don't. Like with the
Fines and costs.
Oh, yeah.
More than likely. There could be some other conditions, but fines and costs.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, how many days did Serenity miss school?
It says 24.
Ooh,
Okay, but how many days
truancy.
was it after that? Were there additional days?
I think so. There probably is additional days.
All right, so why isn't she getting to school?
Due to transportation, and she has, it looked like lice in her hair, like really, really bad. Like I started treating it, but then it got like infested with lice, like where we were cutting like knots out of her hair, and then they were falling. It was bad. It was really bad.
Okay, and so did she receive any medical treatment for
I
that?
took her to urgent care and stuff, but at the time when I, like something was like, why did she keep getting them? That's what I wanted to do. So they told me to treat their hair, so I treated their hair. And after that, it's
That
still did
chair.
not
Fix the
but now
chair.
I've tried a different route, a different shampoo and a different comb, and now it's finally like not as bad and she's attending school.
Okay, so just so you know, olive oil is really good for that.
Okay.
So if you use olive oil, in all of the hair, and then sleep with a cap on it, right? And then have a towel over the pillow so you're not destroying the pillow, and then wash it out with Dawn dish soap in the morning.
Okay.
And then that will suffocate the eggs and the live lice. Okay, so the court will accept your plea as knowing, voluntary, and factually
That was such a Judge Mom moment. She's giving lice advice. I love it.
accurate. And so when you said transportation, what's going on with that?
The vehicle keeps breaking down, so they were working on it, and now it seems to be fixed.
Okay, and so do you have an alternate ride situation in the event you have vehicle
No,
problems?
it's the same, it's another, well, we have two now, we have a different vehicle. It's back and forth. We keep buying vehicles. He's not buying them for a car lot, he's buying them off of a friend. And they're not like, either their trans is messed up or like tie rods and all that. So they've been working on them, so when they break down, they couldn't drive them.
All right, so when's the last time that Serenity missed school?
Oh, I would say about 2 weeks ago.
And that from the lice?
Yes, I believe.
Okay, and what grade is Serenity in?
4th grade.
And how are her grades?
They should be kind of okay.
What does kinda okay mean?
Like a C average.
It's not good.
Is that because she's not turning in assignments because she's not at school, or is she missing too much instruction?
That's it.
Probably too much instruction being there.
Okay.
She don't like that, Rob.
All right, and are you working, ma'am?
Not currently.
Judge Mom.
And so how many children do you have? I see that there are 2, Serenity and Desmond. And so how do you support yourself and the children?
Right now with my dad. 'Cause I got in a car accident, so I'm with my dad, like trying to like bounce back or have stuff.
When were you in a car accident?
Actually, a little bit over a year ago.
Okay, and so are you not able to work because of that?
Not really, not right now, I wouldn't say, because like I can't, like I'm trying to remember certain things, so like kind of hard to remember, so I'm trying to like get even like my ID back, all that stuff, all the information back.
Okay. All right, and when you were here before for the truancy, was it for Serenity?
Yeah.
And so why was she absent on those days?
She didn't feel good, and also because of a car situation.
Okay, and so is your dad getting her back and forth to school?
At the time, now she's living with her father, pretty right.
Okay, and so where does he live?
Right over there at the apartment, by Leo's restaurant.
Okay, so closer to school?
Yes.
Okay, and so her attendance, so she's been making.
She should be, yes, going to school and, riding the bus.
So you're saying she should be?
Yeah, I'm going to pick her up today to see if that's actually going on.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that there's a portal that you can access and you can see her attendance and her grades.
Alrighty.
So you would have been given that information at the beginning of the school year, but you can always stop at the Board of Education and get that information.
Alrighty.
Okay? All right. So the court's going to indicate, this is the second time, the court's going to indicate a $200 fine.
Okay.
I'm presuming you don't have that today since you're not working.
I do have that today.
You do? Okay, then I will just have you pay that today. Okay.
Alright.
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, yep. All right, bye, Desmond. All right, we're gonna be off the record for a moment.
Okay, here we go. So next one, Rob. All right, I'm gonna let you choose. Ready? We can go to a hysterical TPO or Judge Braunlick and he is dealing with just a unruly lady with kids in the car. Which one? Your call. Can you hear me, Rob?
I can hear you. My vid is a little bit lagged.
All right. We're gonna go with number one. Don't worry about it, brother. I got you. We're gonna go with Braunlick first, and then we'll do the TPO.
Before the court on the plaintiff's motion for temporary motion for to show cause. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom and is being conducted by this court in the absence of Judge Arnold. The president is Attorney Charles Noe, representing the defendant petitioner Zachary Stultz. Mr. Stultz is also present. Is Kaylin Stultz-Frost present? There she is.
Yes.
Okay, you're moving around, Miss.
I'm driving.
Stultz. Well, pull
I'm
over.
driving because I have a doctor's appointment for my son.
Can you pull over, please? You're in court right now, ma'am.
Give me a minute because I don't even have anywhere to pull over at.
Didn't you know in advance you had to be in court this morning?
I'm sorry?
You have another person in your vehicle. Can that person drive?
My son in the
Oh, it's your-
vehicle,
your
yeah.
child. All right. Well, pull over. I don't want you to be involved in an accident. We're not going to conduct court proceedings while you're driving an automobile, ma'am.
Hold on one second. Hold on. I gotta get up here and there's no one.
People are driving. I'm not going to call her case if they're driving.
My mom's pulling over right now. She just has to get up to this road.
Highway. 10 pulled over.
Okay, Ms. Stultz has pulled over. Is your name now, are you now Frost, or your name, are you still Stultz?
It's Frost.
All right, Ms. Frost. The matter before the court, it's alleged that you have failed to contribute toward the monthly obligations on the Pacifica.
They
Mr.
said that they were
Pacifica.
I was gonna ask to see if it would be adjourned. I called the office to try and get this moved because my son has a doctor's appointment for a specialist, and they told me to have me send over the documentation from the doctor to them, but because of HIPAA laws, the doctor's office would not send it
Okay.
because I have
Do
to
you-
be at an appointment.
Do you acknowledge that you are not making the monthly payments as required by the judgment of divorce toward the Chrysler Pacifica?
I have not paid some of them. We had a joint bank account that I was putting money into. Because that bank account was supposed to be closed and never was until January when I closed it. He also has the Pacifica back.
Okay. So, Mr. Noe, is that correct that Mr. Stultz has taken possession of that motor vehicle?
He does
You
not.
muted, Mr. Noe.
Yep, he does have it, Your Honor.
All right. That's so obviously it's titled in his name, correct?
Yes, it
I'm
is.
sorry?
Mr. Noe, the Chrysler Pacifica is titled in the defendant's name, your client's name. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So obviously he can sell it, and is that his intent?
Yeah, that is the intent, but he also has other fees and costs from having to make payments for Ms. Frost on that as well, which he's also seeking as well.
Well, it appears that Ms. Frost is responsible for making monthly payments. There's nothing to suggest that she had to pay for insurance or registration fees or anything of that nature, Mr. Noe. There's nothing in judgment of divorce that suggests that. So I'm not sure what else you're looking for.
My client is searching for he made payments on that vehicle while it was still in Ms. Stultz possession, Ms. Frost's possession, so it wouldn't get repoed and affect its credit. In addition to that, he also made payments as the court has correctly indicated, my client did make payments, for repairs on the vehicle, made payments for the insurance, and made payments, for some rental fees when the vehicle is being repaired, and registration fees as well.
Well, there's nothing in judgment divorce that suggests she's responsible for registration fees, other than just making the monthly payments, Mr. Noe. But have you provided to Ms. Frost the number of monthly payments that she has failed to make? Can you agree upon that this morning?
Yes, we did. That is attached as an exhibit to our petition.
All right. Can the two of you agree upon that? Or do you need to have a hearing before Judge Arnold?
Again, I believe that are laid out in our motion, we allege $2,456.80 that my client paid in past due car payments. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
Well, the way the court reads the judgment, we'll leave that to Judge Arnold. This is his case, but I don't see the defendant having any obligation to make any monthly payments other than the monthly payments. She has no obligation to pay for insurance or registration. That was not provided for in the judgment. In any event, the court, so that Ms. Stoltz can get on, Ms. Frost can get on her way to doctor's appointment. The court will adjourn this matter to May 3rd. I was going to take May 5th. May 3rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. via Zoom. And the recommendation of the President Court says mother shall turn her documentation prior to May 3rd. What documentation, Mr. Frost, are you going to provide?
I have text messages where he says that he was dropping this and he would make the car payment and for me to keep the van, but I didn't trust him, so I gave it back to him.
Okay.
I also have messages because he's stating that I have to pay for the starter and the rental car. There was a recall on my car and my car was in the shop for months. His parents ended up paying the rental car because the insurance company was supposed to pay back his parents, but I have that message stating that they paid the starter and they paid that, and it does not say anything as obligation of paying it back either.
Well, this court is of the opinion that you have no obligation to pay for rental car. Mr. Stoltz could have taken action much sooner. The judgment was entered back in June. If once Ms. Stoltz, if Frost was not making payments, you could have grabbed the vehicle at that time. If in any event, he's got the vehicle at this point in time, he can minimize the damages. This court's opinion, for whatever it's worth, is that the only obligation you have, Ms. Frost, is making the monthly payments that you missed while I was in your possession. But the court will adjourn the matter. So Mr. Noe can deal with Judge Arnold and you on this matter on May 3rd at 10 a.m. So make sure you don't schedule a doctor's appointment on May 3rd at 10 a.m., Ms. Frost.
Yep, I won't.
Mr. Noe, anything else for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, the court's received a written recommendation from the front of the court. Thank you, Mr. Andrews. The court will adopt that. Copy will be mailed out to you, Mr. Noe, as well as to Ms. Frost. The matter is adjourned again to before Judge Arnold, May 3rd, 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Oh, we got
All right, you're welcome.
Ear cam. Okay.
That will conclude. I can zoom out.
OMG, this TPO is hysterical. Oh, look at that ear cam. Oh, I love ear cam. Okay, this one, I'm going to hear it because I'm going to be insensitive. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. How dare, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I was about to fall out of my chair. I lit it up in Discord. It is just funny to me, just the whole surrounding of the TPO, mass confusion, people don't understand English, people speak in broken English. It is a doozy, and it's not even the main event, because Judge Webster's the main event tonight, but this one you're going to love. This is a Robert Morley special. You're going to love this. Let's do it.
I mean, Kansas Judge Webster?
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love her, man.
All right, there seems to be some cloudiness to the petitioner's video.
So as we...
Yeah, it just...
So here, I gotta move this around a little bit. Okay, so as we... Rob, I'm just going to lower you a little, because this one is bigger. So this is what we are dealing with right now. So look at the camera as if Snoop Dogg was filing for a TPO. Don't know if it smudges on the camera. Don't know if they're in a steam room or if they're just smoking like it's no tomorrow. I have no idea. but you are going to absolutely love this one. Let's get it rolling.
Is the camera for the computer.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much what all of us are using. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Foxworth, and I will be conducting the temporary protective order hearing today. This is the Superior Court of DeKalb County, and the purpose of the hearing is that the petitioner had already received. Oh, wait a minute, the respondent's disappeared now.
You're right, Michelle.
Can you please get the camera to a stable place?
This one's
speaking to the respondent now. And
yes, sir. I'm trying. I'm currently on my way to school. So I'm about to get off the bus, but I can hear you.
okay, well, we need to be able to see you, and this hearing is going to take a little while, so
Judge Tom Bosley, I can't.
don't walk into a classroom. All right. This hearing is to determine whether or not the temporary protective order that was granted previously in this case will be extended for a period of up to 1 year. The petitioner has the burden of proof. Where is the petitioner now? Okay. Okay. I'm just checking. The picture's so cloudy, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. There was just a little crack on the camera, so for some reason it's really not that visible.
Okay.
On there, that's it.
All right. The burden of proof is the burden.
So they said a tiny crack on the camera. That's not a crack. A crack causes that? Maybe the crack causes fog to get in? I don't know. I just think they were blazing.
Burden of proof for the petitioner is by preponderance of the evidence. That means the greater weight, more likely than not, that you must do to support the allegations you've made in your petition. The only matters that we will be hearing are the matters that are actually listed in your petition. If the burden of proof is met by the petitioner, then I will grant a 12-month order. If it's not met, then I cannot grant the 12-month order. The hearing will be done in the order of the petitioner speaking first. Each of you have the right to ask questions or cross-examine the other party's witnesses, or anyone who does testify. You can ask questions and that sort of thing. If the petitioner has someone in the room with her that is going to testify, I'm going to have to ask that witness to please step out of the room and close the door. You're not allowed to be in the courtroom while the parties are testifying. You'll be brought back in separately to testify.
Okay. All right, I'm here. Whenever you guys ready, I'll just leave.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for you to go ahead and leave.
Okay.
All right.
So you ready yet? I have to go. You ready yet?
Is she ready?
Yeah. Now the thing is, so she really doesn't understand English that well, so that's how I was interpreting.
What language?
She speaks English, but just not that well.
I speak a little bit.
What is your natural native tongue?
It's English. It's English.
English.
Okay. So, but she can try. She can try.
Well, I need to find out before we proceed whether or not she needs an interpreter.
Okay, so you'll be able to understand
what is her normal language besides English?
It's English. It's the first.
No, that's really, I'm going to try. So
it's English, but it's a broken English, so she really don't understand this fast pace. So if it can be slower, she'll understand. So her first language is English.
Okay, I'm still totally confused as to why that is a problem then.
Yeah, because the fast pace and certain words, she really don't understand certain words, and if it's fast paced as well. She used to English, but it's a broken English.
Okay. All right. Well, do you understand, ma'am, that you have the burden of proof? You must present your evidence in order for the court to grant a 12-month protective order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If an order is granted and down the road, party or the other is not, basically is just another 3 years. It's not permanent. Hear you if you did.
Yes, I'm my daughter.
She's your granddaughter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she was little when I took her from her mom.
Okay.
Until she's 23 years old today.
Okay. Now, if you will, tell me why you are seeking a protective order against her.
Okay. Why she is my favorite in the house, but she don't understand me. She violate me every day. She don't even respect me. She don't even let me say a word. She talk more than me. She looking for private in me every single day. Now one day, 20-year thing, that's why I tell you, no respect. If I don't talk, that is good. But if I try to talk like mother, no. And I'm not feeling all right, that I have pressure. When she talk loud, my pressure can wake up, so she gets something to do for me to vote for 911 every day.
So I'm gonna translate because I watched this a couple times. She's saying that it's her granddaughter, and she makes her blood pressure boil every day. That she has to call 911.
So I don't want private. I don't carry in the country for private. I advise her about private. She don't want to do it. When she go out there, I said, don't go out there and then be there for private. She don't understand me until she went to jail for the first time. The second time they still, she don't want to understand me. So she's 23 years now. Let her go to her married home. Let her go on her own. I'm tired.
Okay. Have there been any acts of physical violence towards you?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what happened and when.
The violence?
Yes.
Oh, the violent one? That every day, sir. I can tell you, say every day, every day.
Okay. I'm talking about physical, like hitting, pushing, shoving, that kind of thing.
For me?
Yes. What are you alleging that she has done to you?
Oh, she fight me before.
Okay. When was
tell me
that?
some threatening war before that I will see.
Okay. When was that?
Oh, the 22nd of this month, she said 108. And then the 25th, she said from the war, and for 20 years time up to this time.
Okay.
But the recent one now, that what I'm telling you about. So that I'll harvest every day because she feel that I don't ever to pull her out. I let her. Even her father said that the same thing.
Okay.
So that's why I'm tired.
You said earlier that she had been to jail. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What was that for?
Oh, they see her friend, they see her friend, boyfriend, they fight, they make a confusion, then they call the police, he said, they bomb and leave the house.
Okay, so it was not for fighting you, it was for fighting someone else?
Yeah, not me.
Okay.
But me, in the second place here, I was in the chair, and she was in the room. And she was in the room, so I was talking to her that she must come in the kitchen while when she did break from year to year, she can always be in the room. I about to go somewhere, that's why the confusion started from. So I was sitting in a chair. She come from the room, she come fight me for the first time. My pressure went up. I went on bed for 2 days.
Okay. Did you have any injuries?
Huh?
Did you have any injuries from the fighting?
Insurance?
Were you hurt? Did you have any bruises, cuts, or other injuries?
No, I just went on bed and then they gave me medicine for my pressure to go down, and it was down for like 2 days, much more until it go down.
Okay. Is there anything else you wish to tell me?
Yeah, like every day, I can tell you every day. She raised her voice at me, she come over me, she pushed my hair, she got one event done a long time, she said no.
Okay. All right.
She tell me I will see how I don't know how to speak English, how we don't go to school, how we God curse us, all kind of threatening words.
Okay. All right. Ms. Olivia Carlar, do you wish to ask any questions or do you wish to just make a statement?
I don't have any questions to ask.
Okay, well, I'm going to wait until I hear from her witness first, and then I'll let you make your statement. All right, if you can call the gentleman in who spoke earlier, Ms. Carlar, Rebecca
Yeah.
Carlar, if you'll call him in.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, can you get him to come in, please?
You say I can talk?
No, it's time for him to talk. The gentleman who was in there earlier.
Gato.
You said I could talk. I love it.
Sir, if you'll kind of step toward the camera or turn the camera towards you, where or affirm testimony you're about to give will be.
Yes, sir.
All right, if you will state your name for the record.
Young poor color.
All right, and how are you related to either of the parties?
She's my biological mother, and then my older brother, Nian, is her son, and Olivia is my niece.
Okay. All right, if you can tell me whatever you have seen or heard personally, not what someone else has told you.
Okay, so what I've seen, and from when I actually started paying attention, is for me, she's, like I said, she's my little niece. She grew up with me, but for some reason, what I remember, she has a habit of calling police on us. She even called police on me over 15 times for several reasons. So I know that she has that character of
she's fuming,
sending somebody to jail or making you to go in trouble. So she was living here with us, but then she ended up moving to Florida. She ended up moving from Florida to our aunt. And a few months later, you know, she ended up being arrested for attempted murder. She ended up going to prison. So since I realized that, I decided to keep my distance from her.
Arrested who for attempted murder?
She's the Olivia now. She went to prison. Actually, she just got back from prison.
You talking about the respondent here?
Yeah, the
Olivia Carlar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she got out of prison, her, me, my grandma, my mom, her dad, and me, we sat down. So my mom said she can come back. So I'm like, okay, Olivia, you know she's a problem. You know what the reason why she left from here, it was an issue. So if she come back, something's gonna happen, something's gonna come up. She said, no, she's my granddaughter, let she come here with me. I said, okay, I don't have any problem with that, but I don't want to have anything to do with her. So we finally allowed her to come in here. She took one of the rooms she was living in. About a month later, she started arguing with my mom, going back and forth. And her argument is a little bit different. She just started using threatening words that you're gonna see. You don't want me to get me angry. You don't want to push me to this point. And it's very, very bad. She be using threatening words. Every time she argues, she be using threatening words. So I said, okay, you my mom, I love you, but I told you if she come here, it's gonna be a problem. So I stayed from out of it. But when she traveled, it was just me and her that left in this house. For some reason, she'll take a charge, put him right outside of the door. She'll wash, cook, not clean dishes. She'll leave water in the sink and all of that. So I call her. I say, you said I shouldn't talk to her, but this is what she's doing. For some reason, I'm gonna have to say something. Now, when I talk to her, for some reason, she started arguing with me. She started doing all of this. So when my mom came back, you know, that's why she talked about it. But they started arguing a couple of weeks ago. For some reason, she started insulting my mom about how she's going to see what she will be able to do to her. She's nobody to play with. She knows the system more than her. And she literally started asking, when did you move here? I don't know why she was just asking that. But she was harassing her every day, walking behind her. When did you move here? You're so dumb. You don't even know the day that you moved here. You're so uneducated and I don't need your all of your families. She literally walking behind her every day, doing it. And for me, she's my mother. I love her, but I don't want to get involved with her, the Olivia, because I know her record, what she can do. So I literally just let it be. So it came to a point where my mom, she told me, she was like, okay, the fact that I'm here, Olivia walking after me, she's threatening me, what she'll be able to do to me, I don't want her to be here anymore. I want her to leave. So it's up to you. From the beginning, I said, I don't want to be part of it. So it's up to you. She said, okay, what is the process? That's how I told her the process. She hasn't gone to court before. She hasn't done any of this process before. But she was really, really tired. She was living here for 10 months plus. She couldn't even pay rent. So she said, okay, what is the process that I can go through? So I showed it to her. And that's why she went ahead and went to the court. A few days later, the sheriff came in and took her out. But she's she made it clear to me like she's really, really fearful because Olivia is really, very threatening. And even apart from that, she can be harassing her is the problem. She be walking behind her every day, arguing with her. That's a major problem.
All right. Thank you. Ma'am, do you have any questions you want to ask of this witness?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. All right. Are there any other witnesses for the petitioner or just the two of you?
Yes, her father could be a witness, but he's not here.
Okay, well,
he's
are there any other witnesses here that are ready to testify? Okay.
No.
All right. Now it's your turn, Ms. Olivia Carlar.
Oh boy.
Yes, sir. The 28th of March, I believe, was when marshals knocked on my room door and told me that I had to leave. It was not a few days later. She filed the order that day, and like a couple, like not even an hour later, they was at the door. I honestly feel like us coming here is very unnecessary. Everything that they're saying is not true at all. Yes, I did go to jail, but it was not for attempted murder. It was for aggravated assault, which I already explained to them. I did pay rent. I did not give her money how constantly she would like me to, but I did give her money whenever she asked for it. I have paid the light bill before, and aside of the money that I did not send in, like cash-wise, I have given her money. My grandmother it's okay. Anyway, I never threatened her. I have the officer name that she said I threatened her in front of the police. His name is Christopher Bridget, Officer Christopher Bridget. I never threatened her. When I left the house, my things were removed. My things were never supposed to be removed according to the order. My things were removed. She tried to contact me Wednesday before they rescheduled the court. She called me that next Thursday. I have the screenshot. I don't understand why she called me, but she did. Sir, I'm not violent. I'm not any of those things. I'm sitting here hearing all this, and I'm surprised. So I'm just here to defend myself because I just feel like I don't know what else to do. She if she want to keep the court, the PTO, that's fine. I'm tired myself.
Okay.
So if you want to keep that up, that's fine. But the only thing is I don't have the lady has said something about classes. I don't have time to do classes. I'm currently in a shelter. I do have a 6-month-old, and I am currently in school while I'm also trying to work. So I don't have time to do class or anything like that. Especially that's why I'm here today to defend myself, because I don't need to be in a class for something I did not do that would have me to stop everything that I'm trying to do now. So I did send in all my evidence. I could have brought a witness, but I don't know
what evidence did you send to the court?
I sent money that I've paid, rent that I've paid light bill before.
That's really not relevant to what we're doing here. So okay.
Okay. I sent text messages of what really was going on, because my father texted me and was like, I need you. He said, your grandma needs you to come get your stuff so she can move someone else in the room. I have those messages. So no, their plan was just to move me out, to move somebody else in.
The room is empty, by the way. There's nobody in
So-
here.
Okay. All right.
But okay, so y'all wait after court. But that's what he texted me. He texted me, that's not my grandmother, he's not my father. It's just y'all have a whole nother vendetta. If y'all wanted me out the house, she knew that she could have done it through an eviction notice. I never followed her around to say anything. The day that he's talking about, I was in my room when the officers came. She called the police on me 3 different times. And every time they came, I was always in my room. I was never yelling. I was never arguing. I was never violent. And they would tell you that themselves.
All right, but they're not
honestly,
here.
I don't. Yeah, sir. But I'm just saying, though, I was never violent.
Okay.
I'm not violent towards her. Have I raised my voice before? Of course, yes. Do we argue? Yes. but I never put my hands on her. I've never done any of that.
All right.
And they're only trying to use that because they even said it in front of the officer. Again, I have the officer name. You already been to jail. That's y'all defense, is that I've been to jail before. So y'all trying to use that and try to pin me like y'all don't even like I'm this bad person who's pushing on an old lady. That's it.
Okay. All right. Anything else, ma'am?
No, sir. That's all.
All right. Ms. Rebecca Carlar, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I have question for her.
Okay.
Olivia, when the police were here that day, you never said wait. You will know and you will see.
No, I did not.
Wait, let me end. We in a court. You will see. I will be passing here, and you can be here cleaning, or you will know that day in front of the police. You never say like that.
No, I did not.
You never say.
They even told you. They told you I did not even say it. You asked them, and they said, "Ma'am, we did not hear her say that." And they were literally only a few feet away from me. They couldn't go far away from me because I can't be around.
We don't have those
no.
officers. Hold it, everybody. Hold it. We don't have those officers here to testify, so neither of you can use their statements in court.
Okay. So no, to answer her question.
Okay.
When you came from jail, and I mean tell you say, Olivia, you must be here. And I want you to understand me when I'm talking, when I advise you, I want you to understand from now.
Ma'am, are you asking a question?
Yeah, is that I mean bring you here when you came from jail, and I say you must be here?
I also told you that I did not want to be there. You kept calling me every day. Where I was, I told you I was fine. Daddy came from Texas and told me to come. I said, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with Daddy because I already know how y'all are. You kept calling my phone every day, but that's a whole nother, I don't know if it's even important, sir, so.
This is like a family squabble more than a TPO situation. This is how me and my sisters fight every day, and we're 40 and 35 and 36 and we still fight like this. I don't know. I don't know.
To answer her question, no.
All right.
I don't get it.
All right.
You never fight me one day, and I went to the hospital right here.
No, I did not.
Hold it. We can't have an argument with both of you talking at the same time. It's impossible for me to hear if that's the way everybody's going to talk over each other.
Okay.
All right. The court having heard evidence presented by the parties, I do find a need to put the 12-month order in effect, and the respondent will be required to stay 100 yards away, can't call, text, email, no communications whatsoever. You are required to attend the Family Violence Intervention Program. Mr. Ellis, who is here with us today, the compliance officer, will speak with you about how that program will work. All right, that concludes the hearing. I'll enter the order and it'll be sent out probably by tomorrow to the petitioner.
Granted.
Question. What exactly was supposed to be presented? Nobody presented anything. I'm not trying to. I'm confused.
Okay, well, okay, you let me answer the question. Okay. Both parties presented verbal evidence, their testimony. Your testimony is evidence.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a picture. It doesn't have to be a piece of paper.
Right.
Sometimes that's all that we have is what each party says in court. And that's what I based it on.
Okay, one more question, then that's it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What about them violating the order? They violated everything that was on that order. Everything that was said to not do, they did.
They are not under a protective order when you say they. All right, Rebecca Carlar, you're not under a protective order, but it undermines your order if you continue to contact the respondent. Do you understand? Do not call her. If you want this order, there's going to be no communication between either of you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Everybody have a good day. I'll send out the order and you'll probably receive it by tomorrow.
The grandmother's going to call her. She's going to say, why you come here? All right. You ready, Robert Morley? Here's your girl, Judge Phyllis Webster from Butler County, baby.
I love her. I love her.
Oh,
She's great.
she's the best. She's the best. So entertaining, and just she has like co-stars, like her just the Sally Port guys, and
when she got the girl arrested in Colorado on Zoom, that was great. I love that.
That was one of the original ones that got me like hooked.
Yeah. It was like a 4-parter on Old Squishy Gardner. It was like, oh, I couldn't put it down.
That was one of the ones that I really started, and then all this court shows started getting into my feed, and that's when I was like, whoa, this is really good. This is really good.
Then I found Judge Simpson's live stream, live feed.
Yes.
So I just have that on in the background while I'm doing income taxes. It's like I can always hear it. There's not that much relevant video, it's all audio. But I have it in the background. I can hear him. Court calls the case of State of Michigan against. I know. Come on, man. I'm a fan.
Yeah, my students used to be like, "What are you watching?" Now they just know it's just on. They just know it's on. They just like, "Oh, he's watching Zoom again. He's watching Court again." And in the beginning, I started like I was like fibbing to him, and I'm like, we're having Zoom meetings," and then one of my kids was like, "That looks like YouTube, Mr. S." I'm like, "Yeah, you got me." And they're like, "Oh, he's watching YouTube," and now they just don't even care. Now they're like, "What are we watching today?" All right, here we go. Judge Webster, people. Let's do it to it. Let's do it to it. Oh, wait. I got one for you. Have you ever seen A League of Their Own?
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, it's a movie, and I know that...
It's just about baseball, right?
Yes. There's a character in that movie, and when I show you this defendant, I want the chat to just watch the chat light up with the answer. I'm not going to say your name, but they're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. You ready? Here we go.
You were spot on with the Jamaican steam room, by the way.
Oh, right? Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a Jamaican steam room. Okay, here we go. That's not it. That's the stream. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Are we... Who is this? If you're not familiar with the movie, you're not going to know, Robert, but people are going to know. Believe me. We're going to watch this, and then we're going to go into Webster. This is like an appetizer before we get to Webster.
Before you start speaking with Miss Penny, I would just inform you that she remained silent for me primarily when I was trying to speak with her. So you might want to question her directly concerning what she wishes
Now batting, who?
to do.
All right, thank you for that information, Miss Bernie. Miss Penny, good morning to you. Miss Penny, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, Miss Penny, were you in the courtroom when the video containing your rights was played?
What?
Is that a yes?
Nope, not Rosie.
I'm not even supposed to be arrested.
Nope, not Marcia.
So, Miss Penny, do you know where you are right now?
Oh my fucking God.
Replay!
And Miss Penny, do you know? Your rights was played. So I'm quite concerned about Miss Penny's unresponsive nature to my questions. Concerned that she remained essentially silent with regard to her conversation with Miss Burning and her
Now batting, Marla Hooch.
responses, non-responsive nature, and then her responses to my question are a little bit, are frankly concerning to this court with regard to Miss Penny's potential competence to understand the nature of the charges against her and to understand and to be, of assistance to her defense attorney. Therefore, I am ordering a competency evaluation to be performed.
I don't need a competency evaluation or a psych evaluation or any evaluation. I told you I'm in here on all lies, not mine.
So we're going to go ahead and order that competency evaluation. Those comments even more prompt me to that competency evaluation, and I'm placing Miss Penny on a no bail hold pending the results of that competency evaluation. We'll see you in court again as soon as the results of that competency evaluation are performed. Thank you, Miss Penny.
It was Marla Hooch. Hooch. Okay, here we go with Judge Webster. Let's do it to it. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Judge Webster time. She had a day with this lady. She wasn't nasty with her. It was just a back and forth, and it was one for the ages. Let's go.
3. State of Kansas versus Desiree Diane Cullum.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Cullum, why were you here with your video and now you're not here where I can see you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. I dropped my phone, and when I dropped it, I mean, I've got here. I could start my video, see if that made. There I am.
There you go. All right. Okay.
I'm not illiterate with this stuff.
All right, you're doing fine. All right, you are here on one count. The state is alleging that on January 7th of 2022,
yeah,
that you were transporting an open container of alcohol. I'm sorry, I have to question that. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the dates are right.
It took them a year to file this? Well, I guess they can do it. They're within the statute of limitations, but they're saying on January 7th of 2022, you are operating a motor vehicle on a highway or street in Butler County, Kansas, at which time you had in your vehicle an open container of alcoholic beverage. What was accessible to the driver, and
it was the driver's. I didn't even know that he had it. I even did a breathalyzer, and I came out just fine. What had happened was he went crazy on me, and because I didn't know that he was, drinking like he was, until he blacked out, and he pulls over and he gets out and he beats my door up. And then he goes to the other side, yanks me out, told me if I didn't get out the car that he was going to break the window. And I want my window broke. At the time I had full coverage. And so I just got out and I started to walk off. Well, he jumps in on the driver's side. And I wasn't going to even get back in the car until the police showed up, because I tried to call them and everything. Even the farmers, when I had got out of the car, he took a swing at me and tried to, hit me. And they said, "Leave that girl alone. She ain't doing nothing to you." And he told them to mind their own effing business, And it was just, excuse my, but that's what they said. That's what he told them. In the meantime, he said, "You're going to get in this car."
Over a year ago, and this was where? Was this out on the turnpike?